All right, welcome back to another episode of the Palm Beach Palmcast. Ben Fishman here with Marilyn Andrea Fuentes. I got it right this time.
Yes, you did. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, man. Hey, before we start the show, I just want a couple shout outs. We normally don't do this, but, I got to say we've been getting some support. Shout out number one to City Mattress. That I am the store manager at the Palm Beach Lake City Mattress right here in West Palm Beach. So, come see me during the day if you ever need a deal or anything like that. But they're a great company. Also want to shout out to Logan Realty. I hold my license with them. Great real estate company downtown. Reese Hollyman's the broker. He's a great guy. So shout out to those guys. And then anyone you want to mention before we start? No? All right, cool. But anyways, guys, yeah, we're back. It's been a crazy week. I uploaded a few episodes. I deleted a few episodes. We had some old ones on there that weren't so good, but check out some of the old ones. We've come a long way. We actually have a studio now. We're in a studio downtown. We got a dedicated space. It's really cool. How you liking it here so far?
No, I love it. But I do still, I liked when we were in the beginning when we'd go to different places. I think in the future we should still intermittently go live, you know? Kind of like a stream in a sense. Like go to an event and be on live and stuff like that. I think that would be cool. We should do that. I think people, our audience would love to see us like just going to places and stuff like that. So we should try that.
Yeah, we did one time. We were outside the Poncina Plaza and it was like 40 degrees out. It was like the coldest day of the year.
The weather was perfect though.
It was nice because we had the sun right on us.
Oh so yeah, it was a beautiful day. We also did it at Society of Four Arts, which I think cool they're renovating now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be working on that for a while. I went to ride my bike over there, and normally, you just cut through, and then but you had to like go around, and you have to go around a little roundabout, and
the trail is, I think, blocked off at that by them, but it's open in the other areas.
But it was so cool because I got my little page, Palm Beach Car Show, so I pull around, and there was an F8. Just sitting right in that little cul-de-sac right there with all those, like, where all those big hedges are, like, when you go around to the Four Arts. I don't know if you're familiar, but, like, where you go out, like, because you have to cut off now, the trail.
Yeah.
And,
the little corner, you mean that little catty corner behind Society of Four Arts?
Yes, and there's like a little circular things there. Yeah, so I saw a cool little Ferrari right there. So, yeah, check out Palm Beach Car Show. It's my Instagram. I take pictures of cars.
I always forget which one's yours because they're now I don't know. Doesn't it feel like in the last year there's so many Palm Beach Instagram pages?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like this like a year ago. And all of a sudden, like, something popped off. I don't know if it's because of our president or like everybody wants to be, I don't want to say an influencer brand ambassador because I really don't see anybody on my level. I just don't because they're not from here or whatever. They just take pictures. But what I'm saying is like even the cars, I keep forgetting which one is your page because there's all a bunch of different Palm Beach cars, pages or whatever.
Mine has the most pictures.
No, it is cool to see all the different vehicles, but we are kind of spoiled. You mentioned that, I remember on one of our shows, and it's true, like, I'm not wowed by beautiful car anymore. I'm like, whatever. I'm actually like, get out of my way,
Yeah. No, I've said that too. I go home and I'm like, God, where's all the nice cars? It's like all these rust buckets on the road. I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, really? In Chicago, you mean?
Yeah. So, a lot
there's no nice cars.
I mean, there's nice cars, but like, it's not to the capacity that we have. There might be 2 or 3 rich guys in town. Maybe one has a Ferrari, the other 2 guys have Porsches or whatever.
Well, because the winter ruins the vehicles there. Nobody wants to invest. And nobody really drives in the city anymore, right?
That's the thing. Guys in Chicago will buy a Ferrari and then they'll put it in this like
the
bubble.
Garage.
But they'll have this like insulated bubble they'll put it in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
And it just becomes a collector's item because you start putting too many miles on it, then you might risk damaging it and all this stuff. So
do you follow the food god? The food god, the one that was like really best friends with Kim Kardashian?
No.
Oh, he was posting a video the other day. He was in New York City for a couple of days, and it was so funny. He's a funny guy. I like watching his videos. But he was saying how New York does not want anybody to drive a car, and it was a really funny video. If you guys have a chance, watch it. But nobody has a vehicle. They find you everywhere you go, and then the lanes are different there. I guess they just don't want you to drive there.
Did you
see? Really strange.
Well, I saw that. There's a guy who does rollerblading through the city, and he's like, the fastest way through the city is is with rollerblades, yeah.
How is that possible with all the crowds?
I don't know, but like he literally like rollerbladed everywhere through the city, and he was like, "This is the only way."
That's
But you know what else I saw in Miami, right? This guy, and I don't know what kind of car he had, but he literally went around and he parked in handicap spaces. He parked illegally. And he parked in like handicap spaces and stuff like that. And he found out he went through a year and he did a year of valet and a year of getting parking tickets. And it was actually cheaper to get parking tickets than it was to valet your car.
Get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. I wonder how much the parking tickets are there.
So because
it varies here. Like I think Palm Beach Island, I get them and I think, I want to say they're like 64, 65. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. That's about right.
Because I recently got one. Mm-hmm. And then I got one in West Palm a couple weeks ago when I was doing it, and it was like 35.
Yeah.
Like, what a difference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you got its luxury tax, you know.
But I'll be honest, I like driving like in this little area, you know, mm-hmm. West Palm, Palm Beach. But whenever I have to get on 95 and I want to go to Boca, I hate 95. Yeah. I just do. It's not a pretty drive, and it's like...
I was on 95.
It's stressful.
Yeah, and you know, I took a lot... So I don't drive on any... Luckily, I live close to, I live in West Palm.
Yeah, now you're doing everything like in the same area.
So like, God, 95, man. There was times where I was like, am I risking my life every single day? You know,
I used to drive when I lived in Wellington for 8.5 years. I worked in Boca. Oh. And I had to drive to Boca every day for that particular job. And I really didn't mind it because I kind of enjoyed the mornings. Mm. You know, I enjoyed the drive, I think, or whatever, clear your head. You know, it was enjoyable for me, but to get my coffee. But I don't think I would enjoy it now. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. Especially on the way back, it's like an 1.5 to 2 hour drive. No, thank you.
I want to know what's going on in Wellington because there was supposed to be a big development in Royal Palm, mm-hmm. and then it was that guy Tuttle, and then that thing fell through.
What fell through?
The whole development. He had all these people on board and everything.
For the downtown development thing?
They were going to do
why did it fall through?
I guess they couldn't get the financing right, or they couldn't get approval or something.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I lived there for so long, and I really loved that it was a small town. Kind of like Palm Beach Island. Yeah. I love that Palm Beach was like its own little world, and now it's like growing. And when I saw and read that about Wellington, I was like, gosh, they're going to do that with Wellington too. Because Wellington, during polo season, to me, it's like its own little bubble of people, you know? And I was like really into the polo then. I haven't been to polo in a while, but I loved it. But, you know, imagine people from all over the world come to watch the polo matches and, you know, people that are famous and, you know.
Yeah, and
it's a big deal.
When I ran the store out there for a while, and we had pictures of polo players on our wall, and there was some guy that came in and goes, oh, there's Andre and there's so-and-so. And they like, sorry, I'm a little congested today. So they were like the real players. And like, I'm just, oh, that's a generic picture of polo players. And they're like, nope, that's him and that's him. And they're here every week at the brunch and everything like that. Yeah. And I was like, that was so cool because it's such a tight-knit like little community.
It is.
But you know, it's from all over the world. So it's like you're talking maybe 20,000 people that descend on this one town. They all know each other. They're all in the same business.
I really loved it. I'll be honest with you. To me, it wasn't ostentatious.
There was a Wellington show. Did you watch it? I think we talked about this a while back. There was a Wellington sitcom, or well, it was a series
the polo
on Netflix.
Players, and they're all over. A lot of them are in Palm Beach Gardens. I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah,
I'm sure if you now
Royal
search
Palm.
it on Netflix, it's still there.
Yeah,
it has to be there.
No, that area is cool. I liked working out there because I'm from the Midwest, so there was like parts of there kind of reminded me of like where I grew up and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely like it was weird because the mall. So this is the thing I'm wondering about.
The mall is dead. It's desolate.
So the mall is dead, right? But this is the crazy thing, right? So the Improv. So remember, there used to be a Palm Beach Improv, right? Here at the City Place.
Right.
So they took that out a couple of years ago.
Right.
So they've been installing an Improv at the Wellington Green Mall, but they've also been talking about getting rid of the Wellington Green Mall. But they've been actively working on this new comedy club and restaurant and everything. So, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, why, you know, if they're investing all this money.
I don't see any, I don't see any mall progressing because look at the Boynton Beach Mall. It's like no man's land. Like, nowadays, I think, and I used to, for a long time, when I was in high school, maybe, I don't even think I was ever a mall person. I'm a claustrophobic person, so I'm like a dude. When I go to the store, I know what I want. I want to get out. So for me, I like outside shopping, like the outlets.
I love the outlets because I know exactly
you know what store you're gonna go to, and then you get the hell out.
Yep.
And I'm like, when I get in a mall, you feel trapped. Like, oh God, you have to walk like 10 miles before you get to the actual store, unless you go by
like
the
store. Gardens Mall. Someone was like, hey man, meet me at the Starbucks at the Gardens Mall.
I'm good.
And I was walking around forever.
That's not for me. These women that are like, oh, let's go to the mall and go shopping. That's like a nightmare to me. I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
you guys do you. You do you.
Yeah, the outlets, like, especially this one thing. All right, so I'm 6'6" and I wear a big shoe, and I'm not, But anyways, but I can never just go and buy shoes. But at the outlet, I can go pull right up to the Nordstrom rack, walk in. They've got an entire section of big shoes. So it's like anywhere else. I walk into any other store.
They have cool stores there too. I'm huge on Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah.
TJ Maxx is
and
like,
off-fit.
Although TJ Maxx, lately they're disappointing me because they used to have really not high-end brands, and lately I'm going and I'm like, no, because I need to wear like labels. I'm a label whore, so sorry to use that word, but I am. Like I love. Well, you invest in quality, it's gonna last a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not. My sister's a little different. She refuses to wear labels. She doesn't even want her son.
You ever see there's like the billionaires and they wear like all blank clothes and they're like, oh, I'm not promoting any brands or whatever. It's
my sister's one of those.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, hey, I mean, everyone else is, wearing your stuff.
Granted, I don't walk around telling people like this is theory. This is what I'm not like that. Like I'm not like that. But I need to know that it's quality clothing that I'm wearing. That's just because it's got to feel good and it's got to look pretty. That's just what it is. But
well, speaking of brands, 334.
Are we getting our new apparel?
Yes.
I thought we ordered something.
We did.
What did we order? I forgot.
Sorry. 2-piece. Like a short. It was like the real short shorts with the bikini top.
We ordered like a volleyball.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Guys, we ordered something that you can wear like on the beach. It's kind of sporty, so you can play volleyball in it. It's just super cute. I'll probably do some content in it so you guys can all look at it. But we're gonna be definitely putting some more stuff together. Hopefully before next season. I feel like it's going to be season before we know it.
Yeah, I gotta say,
almost in July, August, September. That's why I'm kind of like trying to relax because I'm like, I don't feel like I've gotten a break. I think I didn't post for like a week or something, but I was still doing a bunch of stuff, even though I didn't post about it. And I'm like, God, I need to, You need a break every once in a while. Like a lot of people just do this PR stuff during season, and they're like, but we're like going full.
No, I'll admit, when I first came up with all my ideas and everything, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just throw it online and people will love it, and people do love it, but I wasn't like, I need people wearing it, so. I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I'm ordering some bulk. I'm going to be having some hats coming in, stuff like that, things like that. So. I'll let you know when those come in. We're probably going to just pop into some places.
I think we should go to events.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like even the Fourth on Flagler's, they're saying it's supposed to be the biggest Fourth on Flagler yet. That's
it's the 250. This is the big one. We're going to be America's 250 years old this year.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
No,
that's why it says 250 everywhere. So when I got trademarked for 33480, it literally there's a big 250 on my patent sheet.
That's so cute.
Cool. Yeah.
So
this is going to be the biggest 4th of July for probably the next 50 years because we're hitting the year this country's 250th anniversary.
Oh, that's such a great thing. Thank you for specifying that.
So if you see 250 everywhere, that's because we're hitting 250. So
and that's around the corner. So
that's in like 2 week and a half.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to because we didn't have a Fourth on Flagler last year. Am I correct?
We didn't have it for years because of COVID and all this stuff. Because when I first moved here, every year
we didn't have it any time after COVID.
I don't think so.
What am I talking?
Or no, I think no. Last year we did have
fireworks,
it, but we didn't have it for like 3 years though.
I was there
because last year I watched it from my high rise. So that was right. That was like no.
I watched it from Palm Beach last year. I didn't go to the Fourth on, to be honest with you, because we drove through there to get parking and stuff, and the crowd was different. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in Clematis. It's really disturbing, to be honest with you. Like I keep seeing all these videos. Clematis used to be, and I have to talk about this. Clematis used to be like a beautiful place to go to. Like you felt safe. I'm seeing how can I say this without sounding, I'm going to say it, OnlyFans. Like videos of like women being extremely provocative. Why? They're coming to our city and they're doing like being very provocative on clematis. This is not, they're doing a bunch of different things and if you watch, I follow, all of my audience is Palm Beach oriented. So, you know, we tend to have more of a conservative view on things. Granted, you can do whatever you want with your life and everything else, but you're kind of ruining our vibe here on clematis. Like that's how I felt when last year I wanted to go watch the fireworks by the Bend and I was like, what kind of vibe is this all of a sudden? I remember back in the day, it was a fun crowd. You could walk down the street, you felt safe. You didn't feel like you were gonna run into somebody half naked. I mean, is it really necessary? Like keep that in the just keep that at home or do it wherever you want to do it. But if you have families, it's not just families, but there's dignified women that want to walk around and enjoy themselves. And trust me, I was a wild child. I was fun, but I was not at that level. So I don't know. I was a little like taken back by it. I'm surprised you don't see all these videos streaming.
Nah, maybe I'm looking at the wrong stuff. Everything I see
everything
I see is golf and mattresses and comedy.
Oh, that's because you're. I don't know. It's probably
But no, you know it's funny though. On my like 330 480 page or something, I do see a lot of Palm Beach content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like I'll start getting enthralled with that, and I'm like, God, what? Like, why is this all? And then I have like 4 accounts, right? So all of a sudden I'm like, all right, I need to change accounts. Obviously, their algorithm is something's going on here. You know,
my algorithm is a little. I don't get a lot of that. I get intermittent little things. There must be somebody that I follow that is leading me to that.
Yes.
Because I have predominantly all Palm Beach, and it's refreshing. But when I come across something like that, I'm like, why? Just why, you know?
Yeah.
Because downtown, I mean, it's a beautiful place. Remember when we had that old library there? It was like, it was so pretty, and you know,
it's still nice. It's just, you know, I feel like, it's wild.
It's different.
You know, like,
it's different.
Yeah, because you know, but you remember like, so in the early, I'm going back now, but like mid 2000s, Clematis was packed, wall to wall.
It was.
Every place was a bar.
It was the place to go.
It was wild.
And honestly, I think a lot of people from Palm Beach, even though they were Palm Beach, were going to Clematis to go out.
Yeah, and
now it's like we don't want who wants to go. When you mention Clematis, the people that are truly from here are like, Clematis what? I mean, that's just my opinion.
But there's so many cool places in Palm Beach now.
Yeah.
You know, versus there used to be Kachina and that was it.
No, that's
true.
Now
it's like, now there's
the
like
Brazilian
bar,
Quarter has a cool
court.
Yeah, the Polo Room. There's a lot of, you're right, and it's upscale. That's why, you know, I like just hanging out in Palm Beach, to be honest with you. I feel safe there. You don't feel like, you know, I mean, granted, I'm sure there's people left of center everywhere, but it's just a different vibe. And did you see they renovated, they finally opened the courtyard of the Breakers?
I
need to go there tomorrow. That's amazing.
Let's go check that out. Let's get some content.
Yes. We should go there and do a live from there.
That would be cool.
That was a great thing to do because what a great way to utilize
space. They didn't use that thing at all.
It was literally just sitting there. Now that's really gonna help them improve.
And that'll help congestion too, because sometimes that lobby gets packed in there when people coming in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at least when kind of spread it out a little, you know, keep it
The
nice.
Breakers always is such a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah.
It's never...
I've never...
If you're having a bad day, literally just go park and walk into the Breakers and you feel better. I mean, I used to go there for coffees in the morning, and I can't take Giorgio anymore because he has to be a service animal, but I still love... That's why I loved going to the Chamber breakfasts there. I love the Palm Beach Chamber.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody at the Palm Beach Chamber, but it's
what a chamber. You go have breakfast in the Venetian ballroom, which is their nicest ballroom. It's on the ocean.
Yeah.
They have it at 7:30 in the morning, so the sun's coming up over the ocean. I mean, it's like the coolest
and everybody,
breakfast.
The camaraderie at the chamber to me is ideal. It's top tier. Everybody's so sweet and so professional. I look forward to those events.
And I'm always running into someone because, like I said, I manage the City Mattress store locally. And I'm always running into customers or, you know, other people, designers and stuff there. So it's like, it's good to like put a face with the name sometimes, or like good to see someone out in public, because you always see someone in a business setting and you see them in your store, you'll see them in your office, whatever. But you see them out in public, you see them maybe dressed different, you know, maybe you see them casually at your store, you see them dressed up, and you know, it's cool. You get to see another side of someone, and like, but like one guy I had sold a mattress to. And then the next day I saw him at the chamber, and he was like, I know this guy, and he was introducing me to people, and he was very friendly.
Everybody's honestly just so nice.
Mm-hmm. So
if you want to be surrounded by just kind and like real people, please, by all means. It's worth the membership. It's really not even that much. It's what,
like $1,000?
Yeah, 600, 700 plus, a couple hundred for the registration. It's not that much.
I went to the business social at the Cartier. Man, I got shout out to that store. New store on the Ponciana Plaza. It's in front of the theater. So they built it in the theater. So the Cartier store is in the theater. It's crazy. Yeah. So it has a huge walk-up entrance, and I was eyeing this watch. And shout out to the staff, because they were doing a good job selling me, but I didn't buy it yet. But I was looking at this watch. My favorite color is green. There was two of them. Mm-hmm. And one was like leather, cool green numbers and all that stuff, and then the other one was like all steel and everything. And I'm
design your own 30480 watch. Honestly,
yeah, right.
Get some ideas.
So like, how much is this one? They're like $77,000, and I'm like, how much is that one? They're like, oh, that one's only $7,000. And
well, I'm like, the one that's $7,000 is probably the most cost effective, obviously.
So I'm like, I was like considering it for a minute, and then I'm like, all right, so how about that chamber discount? And they're like, no chamber discount. I was like, yeah, deal's off.
Yeah.
But
I mean, listen, granted, you can go to very high end places and be surrounded and feel secure, but do you really want to be walking into just regular walking around daily life? I mean, do you know what a liability it is to walk around this? I mean, there's weirdos everywhere.
And see, and the thing is, I'm worried about more myself, like losing it, or something.
I'm worried about somebody coming up to me and putting a gun to my head.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I scratched the watch. I was doing that, jumped in the water with the watch on, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, because I have like every pair of sunglasses in every brand. And the one year I got this really nice pair, a gift from my fiance at the time, a really nice Gucci. I was looking forward to this. It was like tortoise, but on the inside it was blue. So they were so eccentric. And I went to return something like the day after Christmas. Put them on the floor, never saw them again. I'm like, I'm never, ever getting like that much, like that really nice of a pair. And now, I mean, I take care of my things, but like you said, you can lose it. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I'm not really, I don't wear like a lot of, I'm more of a car guy. Like, I don't wear like, like watches and chains and all that stuff. I kind of like having a nice car, but like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always I had watches, I'd lose the watch, or like I would break it, or and then I don't get used to wearing stuff, whatever. So, but I gotta say, like going in there and seeing, like they have such cool stuff. Like they had a tiger ring, and it looked like your finger was popping out of its mouth when you put it on. It was crazy.
Oh, cool. You know what I read about the Cartier bracelet yesterday? Because I have two Cartiers and I wear them like all the time in a lot of my photo shoots because I just love them. They're my go-tos. I read that they were created based on heartbreak. Because it said something about the bracelets bringing two people, because you need two people to screw on the Cartier bracelet. You can't, not just one person just put on the Cartier bracelet.
That's right.
So they were made for the creation of having two people to be together. Unity in a sense, right? But I thought that was an interesting concept. I love to hear things that actually have some type of depth to them, that have a reason behind just like, oh, I put this together, But, if you think about it, a lot of artists, if you watch documentaries on designers and stuff, that's how you learn how they, their inspirations or whatever. And usually artistic people have more depth to them rather than, the obvious. So
and some people, like you look at, I read the story about Louis Vuitton, and he was just making trunks. He wasn't in the fashion business. He was making he was just making bags or not even bags. It was like
they were like boxed in cases. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then
I love those. I have a little tiny one. I have a little baby one that's so cute.
It's probably like $1,000.
It's a little one. Yeah, I was a big Louis Vuitton fan when I was like in high school. My grandmother got me his backpack. I still have it. It's in great condition. I was big on Louis Vuitton, and I had bags and wallets, and I actually have a phone case that's Louis Vuitton, but I don't use it all the time because I'm afraid of damaging it. But I still have it. I use it, when I want to go out to dinner or whatever. But
well, it's funny. I was gifted a belt one time, and I don't know. I think obviously I've lost some weight, and I couldn't use the belt. The belt was too small, and I tried it the other day, and the belt fits. So I'm like, got my Louis V belt. It only took me like 2 years to be able to wear it. But I got
the Louis Vuitton, talk about got good quality, those things will last you for
oh yeah, no, that like the leather on it feels like leather. You know what I mean?
Thick. It's not beautiful.
It's definitely not.
If you had to ask me who's your favorite designer, I would say definitely probably Louis Vuitton, to be honest with you. I like the design. I like that it's classic. Although they went for the color, you know, they transitioned into like that color one, but I don't know how popular it is now. But
yeah, no, it's funny because like I am a heterosexual man, but my aunt did teach me a lot about purses when I was young. She had a lot of money and stuff. She was always showing me the different Chanel and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, other than that, check us out, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. Great seeing you. We're back on weekly. We'll be back in the studio next week. Reach out to us on the website, 33480.com, or you can go to the Palm Beach Palmcast on Instagram. If you got any ideas, you want to be on the show, you like what you hear,
you want to collaborate with us, in regards to content too, like if you have any ideas for content collaborations. I mean, a lot of my partnerships are based on collaborating on content. So by all means, whatever ideas you may have, run them by us. You know, you can reach us on social media profiles, Instagram. I'm at Marilyn Andrea _Fuentes, and Ben, you're
Palm _Beached.
Okay, cool.
So, or just Ben Fishman on Facebook. But yeah, hit us up. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll be back next week. So,
all right,
we'll talk to you next time. All right.
Later.